Hello, 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 everybody. Good evening. Welcome to the craft room. I am Caron Bailey, your ATX Stampin' Lady, and I'm excited to come with you tonight to share a product unboxing because I just got some new stuff, and to also share with you the new Stampin' Up stamping platform that I just got. Um, that I just got. I got it a couple days ago. And so I wanted to quickly do the unboxing with you, show you some of the stuff that I got from the March online exclusives that's going to be available to you guys in March, but is available for you to pre-order as a demonstrator all of this month, and then just get ready to share with you the stamping platform. I've not used it, I've not played with it, so I'll probably take a few minutes today to play with it um, as part of the demonstration this evening. All right, so let's dive right in. Again, what is today? Today is Wednesday, February 4th, 2026. And again, I am Caron here in awesome Austin, Texas. And let's just dive right into it. Guys, if you do not have a demonstrator, Stampin' Up demonstrator, I would be happy to serve as your demonstrator, so I can get you this hot little tool in your hands. Just a list of all the online exclusives that you can, because again, online exclusive items, you cannot find them in a catalog. They will never be in a catalog. So if you're one of those people that you actually like to keep a paper copy, sort of a physical catalog, this is something that would be useful for you to attain that end. All right, so I'm going to walk you through. I did not purchase a lot of things, even though there's a lot that I want. So when I get either a new catalog or the online exclusives, the product list like this, let me share with you what I do. Let me just go ahead and, I don't have a staple remover in here, so let me just take the stapler out of here. Always can put it back, right? So when I get this, I do several run-throughs, right? Because I have to look at things. And so I printed this in color and I looked at it and I'm like, okay. I went ahead and I got my oohs. I get my oohs and my ahs. Ooh, ooh, ah, ah. And then I go through. Someone's watching. Welcome. Let me know who you are and where you're watching me from, and how you found us. And then I go through, I don't know if you can see these little things. I then go through and I said, okay, these are the things that I absolutely love, absolutely have to get. And then I write on there, get, right? Um, Here I have a little maybe because I wasn't too sure about this one, right? So I go through, but anything that I checked, I didn't know if I wanted the whole suite, but I do know that I like the paper, embossing folder, and the gems, because that's kind of where I must have. So then I'm like, well, maybe I should just get everything all at once. So that's why the suite is a maybe, but I know definitely I want the add-ons to the bundle. Then we have here, definitely get this suite, and then I know I want two of the designer series paper. So I go through and I make impressions in terms of what I want to get, if there's something that I definitely want to have, and then I just downloaded this. So the next thing I have to go through is to go through it and decide what I'm going to do classes with, how I'm going to incorporate what's new with what I already have as far as classes are concerned. But while I'm even going to do that, I just wanted to share with you three of the things that I purchased already from the online exclusive items. First is, let me just go with the single things. I couldn't resist this. This is Flowers Fair. Guys, this is let me see if there's a description in here. They tend to do more descriptions online than they do on there, but this is a photopolymer stamp, obviously. It is $23. See my little labels I put on there. so that I always remember what it is. $23. It's an online exclusive, March 2026. And I've already gone through and done what I normally do on my packaging. So I've already stamped it. It is one single piece of photopolymer. And this is huge, y'all. This is a huge stamp. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of measuring, right? This is I guess it's 4.5. So this is a full panel stamp, right? This is a full panel. So if you wanted to, you could stamp this on a 4.25 by 5.5 sheet and just color it, emboss it. I love that. On black, emboss it with gold. That's one thing you could do. On black, emboss it in white. You could stamp it on vellum, emboss it in gold, black, any color you wanted to emboss, heat emboss it with. Oh my gosh, so many things you can do with this to color. Um, I'm excited to play with this. Matter of fact, I might probably play with this later on. So here's this. This is one item that I purchased. I can't wait to play with this. I am into florals, you guys. I don't know why. I just love florals. All right, so the next thing I purchased, oh, look at this. Faraway Landscapes. Again, this is $19 is from the online exclusives. And I mean, there's lots of outdoor scenes. This looks like a beach. This is like a farm, countryside, and then this is kind of like in the wooded area. So again, I'm excited to play with this. I love scene building. If you, when did I do? Was it, I think it was Monday. If you watched my live on Monday, you will see that I scene build. I love to build scenes, and this is pretty much a scene that's already built, so I can mask this off and add little things in here that would do a different scene. So as you can see, this is what everything will look like when it's stamped, because I've already gone ahead and stamped everything. I love it. I love the fact that I'm doing this with my stamps now. I should have been doing it all along. One, I know for a fact that this stamp has had ink on it because one, I put ink on it. And two, you can actually see what the stamps look like. The artists do a great job with the images, but sometimes when you stamp it, you really get to see a little bit more. All right, and the last thing that I got from the online exclusives was the Scalloped Wishes bundle. Okay, it is a stamp and die bundle. And I keep my stamp and my die in the same sleeve. As a bundle, it's $43. The dies are $28 and the stamp set is $20. Now I put those on my labels. That way, if I do happen to sell any of my stamps, I have the cost of what I paid for it there, just in case I don't have my catalog anymore or the online exclusive. So again, I've already stamped it, and as you can see, I'm here for you if you need me, for you. So very happy for you. With sincere thanks. Hello. Happy graduation and take care. And as you can see, guys, these stamps are meant to fit into the sentiments are meant to fit into the open area of the scallops, right? So this will fit in here. With sincere thanks will fit in here. All of this will fit in here as well. Matter of fact, the willows could probably fit in there too. I'm gonna try to see if that one. Oh yeah, I think that'll fit in there. So that'll be nice. So the coordinating dies. So again, with my dies, I put this in the copy machine and I create a copy sheet. Even though it's on the front, I create a copy. That way I know where everything needs to be. So when I open it, if a die is missing, I will know right off the bat. Look at this. There are 13 dies in here. I think this is the body for the dragonfly. This is what this is going to be. And I love these shapes. Okay, so this was everything that I purchased with um, the from the online exclusive that came already. I just placed another order for online exclusive items. Um, so I'm excited about that coming. But guys, the most important, well, not most important, it's all important because I love it all, right? That came with this set was the new stamp positioning tool, and Stampin' Up calls it the stamping positioner. That's what it's called. And I've already gone ahead and kind of sort of set it up for my needs, right? So what comes with this kit or with this positioner is, of course, you have some instructions, right? Um, on how to use the machine and the parts, how to use it, how to create repeating patterns, tips how to care for it, and any warnings. And this, of course, comes in several different languages. And then there is a pictorial view on how to use the stamp positioning tool. Okay. Now the tool comes with the base plate. That's this guy. It comes with two magnets. It comes with the large cover plate. And this is spring loaded. And it comes with a smaller excuse me, press plate. And this one we can use for what is that? I don't even know how to call it. It's kind of like layered stamping, I think, but I don't think it's called that, right? So you can stamp here, adjust it and stamp higher. So if you wanted to do happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, and I think I'm going to try that. I'm going to try to do that as well so you can see how that works as well, okay? Now, the grid paper does not come with the stamp positioning tool. This is an item that you will have to purchase separately, and it comes in, hold on, let me see if I can find it. Okay, it comes in a pack of 50 sheets. Guys, I've already put it in a sleeve, so this is how I'm going to store mine. But generally, this will not, I mean, unless you're going to use it for stenciling, you probably won't be using this as much. If you wanted to keep this in here, you could put double-sided tape on here and keep this permanently in here as part of the plate. There are some holes, these little, 1, 2, 4, 5, there's 10 little pegs. I don't know if you can see them. 10 little pegs, smaller pegs, which attaches, which helps the paper to attach. Now, if you're like me and you have issues with lining things up, this is absolutely perfect for you. Now, I'm going to be using my platform in so many other different ways that it's ridiculous, okay? So I love to stencil. And I'm going to share with you one of the ways that I'm going to do that. I need to find a sticky mat. And there's so many on the market, right? I'm going to get me a sticky mat that I can put on here. Here's one that's a 6x6 size. This is kind of like a cheapy one that I got from less expensive, let me not say cheap, a less expensive one that I got from Amazon, sorry, is where I got this one. And so when I'm ready, I'm just going to put this right on here when I'm ready to stencil, right? Then I'm going to grab a sheet of paper. Hold on, let me grab some cardstock here. And I'm just going to put this on here, just like this. Okay, now some of the sticky, oh, this doesn't stick very well. Note to self, this is why you kind of sometimes you got to pay more, right? But let me see if just giving it a little bit more pressure, if it's gonna, it's not as tacky, but it will stick. Okay. um and as I don't plan on this remaining in here, I don't want to put any tacky on the back, so this will be removable. Okay, so you just line it up wherever you're going to put it. You can still see the grid lines from the mat through the back, so I would line it up, right? And then let me reach for a stencil, because I know I got one somewhere. Right? Okay, and the key is making sure, right, that there's enough of the material on the sticky part so that when you're going ahead and you're at applying the ink, let's go with, let's start with this. And I'm just grabbing colors because I just want you to see how I'm going to use this as well, right? So one of my first uses besides stamping is going to be for ink blending. That's my summer splash. Oops. Okay. So note to self is this, my sticky mat needs a little bit more improvement, right? Okay. Right. And I'm just playing. Normally, if the tacky on this was strong enough, I would not have to hold this down. Okay. That's this. Now keep in mind that I did how I laid this, line this was on the edge of that cardstock, just like that, right? That was Summer Splash. Gonna grab a little bit of Shy Shamrock. And I'm probably not gonna go for a third color. I just want you to see um, how you can use your mat, okay? Now, again, the stickiness of this is not allowing for good gripping, right? So make sure you have a sticky mat that does what you need for it to do. Okay, Shy Shamrock is my next color. Oops, see, it's not sticking. That's okay. I'm not trying to make this perfect, although I probably should use this panel somehow, right? That's number 2. And then you can finish this, right? All right. So the next thing, the other way that I would use this is just as I'm going to put this one here. So I'm going to use this line right here, this 1/2 inch. Now remember that big floral image that we had and how I said it was probably going to take up the entire card panel? So let's take a look and see what it does, right? All right, so just like with any stamp positioning tool, you'll put your cardstock in place where you want your image to be. You'll grab your stamp. In this case, I'm grabbing the photopolymer stamp in and of itself. That's how tacky um, your stamp should be. All right. All right. So as you can see, right, I'm just going to mark. I'm going to mark it in pencil, my reference points, right? And I'm doing that because this stamp is so big that I won't be able to use the magnets. So I've got to know where to put the cardstock back, right? In case I do need to re-stamp it again. Perfect. Okay. Oh, wait, I might be able to stick it right there. Hold on. Hold on. There's one right there. That's shifted there. And then I'm going to put this right there. Hopefully that's enough room that it'll latch on. Okay, then once we have it on there, we are going to put on our plate, our cover plate, press down to pick up the stamp. See? Yeah. Now the only reason I didn't do that, it didn't hold, was because it wasn't a lot to grip onto, right? Now, can you put some mint tape on there? Yes, you can. But you have to be mindful of where you put the tape, right? Because remember, this stamp is huge and it takes up the entire panel. All right, where is my memento? All right, here's my tuxedo black. Guys, if you are interested in getting this stamp positioning tool, if you become a member, if you join Stampin' Up in the month of, I believe it's March. No, this month is this month. You will be able to add this. This is our joint offer. You will get this stamp positioner added to your welcome kit for free. And then you just press it down. Okay. If you have a Chucky tool, you can use your Chucky tool. Make sure you have good transfer of ink. And then you can lift it. Just like that. Isn't that beautiful? And because we did that little wavy stencil thing in the back, can you see how we've already kind of sort of colored it and put a little bit of texture on it? I'm going to finish this card today. So that's one of the things you can do, and that's how you use this. All right. Let me clean off my stamp. And then I really want to play with, I'm wanting to play with the smaller positioning tool. Okay. Now the other thing you can do, so you don't need any tape or anything like that, is you can just line it up right in the corner. There's a corner right there. So you can just go ahead and line that up in the corner. That way you'll know exactly where you aligned your stamp set. All right, hold on. Let's put this guy away. Oops. And here when we put this back, go ahead and put this where it needs to be, like so. Close it that way. And then we can put this back on here. All right. So I've shown you two uses for the new stamp positioning tool. I'm going to show you one more, and then we just might make a card on here. Okay. Let's grab a sheet, another quarter sheet of cardstock. And this is a 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to put it right in the center. Gonna put these magnets on here. Okay, so let's find a set. Oh, I was gonna do a sentiment, but that's not what I'm gonna do anymore. So this is the swirled design. This is from the November 2025 online exclusives. I believe it's still available. Let's have a little play and see what happens here. Okay. So I'm gonna align this guy right here, right? And I don't mind starting a little bit. So if I pick this up, all right, so note to self, right? Again, I'm just playing, I'm learning this tool. I'm gonna try to line up my cardstock with one of the pegs, right? That's a tip, I think that I'm learning that, right? So let's line it up with this peg. Still didn't do what I wanted it to do, but it's okay. So now we're gonna pick this up. We're gonna ink this up, and I'm going to create a little bit of a rainbow here and see what we got. All right. Press it down and press. That was Darling Duckling. I'm going to use all of the in colors to create this panel, this fun panel. Now there's only one side that has the peg alignment. All right. But if you wanted to, let's see if it'll work if they'll fit on here, but you won't have um, the press capability by doing it that way, right? So it only works in one direction. Perfect. That was Strawberry Slush. Next is Timid Tiger. Hmm. Ugh. Sorry, guys. I tell you, as a stamper, one of the things that like I cannot tolerate ink on my hands. Is that like awful or what? My label, I put a label on here and it's interfering with closing the lid. So I'm gonna have to fix that. Yeah, it's interfering with closing the lid. I was wondering what was doing that. Okay, then we're gonna do the same. So can you see if you wanted to do a fun little card that was like happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday all the way, how you could make that work, right? That's number Timid Tiger. Then we've got to play with a little bit of cloud cover. Now, I was one of those demonstrators that purchased the cloud cover ink pad. And then lastly, it's going to be Secret C. So just like that, we have created a fun little panel that we can use to create a fun little card. Now once you put it there, there is no contact with the paper and the stamp. So even if you kind of put it on there and it's a little bit out of place, there is no contact between the stamp and the paper until you press it down to get that transfer of ink. Guys, we've got a fun little, cute little um, panel. Now let me measure this, right, so you can see approximately how much space. It looks like it's about a half an inch between these pegs, right? It should be, it's about an inch between, right? But in between, when you stamp them, you get about a half an inch distance in between each of the stamped images, right? So there's an inch here, but with the placement of the stamp that I had and where I positioned it, your position of your image was about an inch in between each of the stamped positions, right? So just like that, we have created this cute little card panel. I'm going to create a sentiment. Let me just make a fun little card here. Okay. I don't even have to think about how my panel should go. I just put it right in place and it's where it should be, right? Awesome. All right, so let's finish this card real quick. I'm going to trim it down because I do want a smaller panel. And I'm only trying to use, I'm using stamps that I have laying around here, which is not much. It's not much that I have laying around. So let's take this off, and I'm going to trim this down to maybe about a 3 3/4 by 5" panel. I believe that's what I'm going to do. Grab my trimmer. So this is 3 3/4. So if I trim this down, and this is our 5. So it's 3 3/4 by 5. Let's take this off here and see what we've got. And so if we do a little bit here, and then we'll make this 5 on this side. Just trying to make sure it's a little even on both sides, right? So now we've got this cute little panel that's 3 3/4 by 5. I'm going to bring our tool back in. Okay, so this time when I stamp it, I would like, my card is going to be in horizontal position, landscape, right? Let's see what that, oh, it's better that side, I think, right? And now I'm looking for a sentiment. Let's see what we have for a sentiment. All right, give me a second, you guys. I've got to find a sentiment. Gotta find a sentiment. Okay. Okay. Well, I just so have the lovely arrangements. It's a sweet, lovely blossom suite. This is going to be the suite that's featured for my February virtual class. Um, so if you have this, you're already halfway there. Okay, here's how we're going to do this. So I'm kind of thinking where I want my sentiment, right? And this is my thought process here. Now you gotta guys have to give me a little bit of grace here, okay? Because this is the first time I'm using this. So I want to say, hello friend, always here for you, right? Oh, I think I'm gonna love this. Now, there's nothing I'm gonna do here that you can't do with a block or anything like that. So what I'm telling you is that a stamp positioning tool, while it's a great tool, it is not a necessity unless you're like me, right? And you have trouble aligning things, which is what I do. I have trouble aligning things. Okay? And so I want that to be like about there. Okay? So you see what I'm doing? I'm measuring and I'm trying to see where it lines up. It does. Michael's here does too. Let me tell you the difference, right? Because I also have the one from Michael's, and I had it way before this one came out. So, but the difference is the one in Michael's does not sell this second plate. I think I'm not sure if that's a Stampin' Up branded. You cannot get the what is that thing called? The grid paper. I don't know if that's probably also branded to Stampin' Up. Um, and I'll show you. All right, I think that's how we're going to align these, and they seem straight to me. Oops. Okay, so now I'm going to pick them both up, and I'm going to go in with my VersaFine Claire in Nocturne because I am going to heat emboss it. Because I want it to stand out just a little bit. And here we go. Now again, remember that there is no contact with your cardstock until you press it. And so here we go. Grab my little Chucky tool, like that. Perfect. Go in with a little heat embossing powder. And I'm probably going to end up double. Let me close this up because I don't want that on there. Guys, don't forget, sign up to become a Stampin' Up demonstrator, and you can also get one of these stamping platforms as part of your stamping kit, your welcome kit. Okay, and that's only available this month for the as our joint offer. And also don't forget that if you, oh no, you can't get it that way. I was going to say you could add it to your cart because you got your $5 bonus coupon, but this is only going to be available as of right now um, when you join to become a Stampin' Up demonstrator in this month. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and heat emboss our sentiments. And we're going to do them one at a time because we are going to double heat emboss, maybe even triple because I want it to stand out. Guys, if you are new to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please take a minute. Let me know how you found us here. And while you're at it, please take a moment to like this video and share and subscribe to my channel. Once you've shared, come back and hit hashtag shared. And once you entered hashtag share, you will be entered into the drawing. I'm going to be giving away this cute little card for as tonight's little giveaway for participating in today's video. Oops, did we get it all? Yes, we did. All right, guys, you triple, double and triple heat embossing is an amazing technique. You have to be a little quick when you do the technique, but the impact it has on your card, I don't know if you can see this. Let me bring this up to the camera a little bit, right? Do you see how much texture that just added? Just because we triple heat embossed it, it looks like it's literally raised off of the cardstock. Can you see that? Love it. Look at that. This is so cute, right? Awesome. So those are just a couple of things that you can do. I am going to play a little bit more with my stamp positioning tool and see loads that it can offer. Let me put this back. And however, how many other different ways I can use this, and I will share them with you as I discover new uses. Guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions at all about the online exclusive, how to become a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, please feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is scrolling across the top of the screen. And if you are interested, you can always shop my online store at www.sweetsignatures.stampinup.net. Guys, again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I would love it if I could be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And don't forget to comment. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, and the more you comment, you might be entered into a drawing to win this card. I will announce the winner based upon comments that I see, and on the next time I go live, which should be tomorrow. I will see you guys tomorrow, guys, from Austin, Texas. Happy stamping. Thanks for joining me in the craft room.